I've been in the beauty industry for over 20 years, and I'm going to share I'm about to launch my third salon, and I've ran into a little problem and I need a little help. So I'm going to share the story, and then hopefully you can help me. Okay? I want to pass this card out just in case if anyone may need some hair service. Might as well plug the business. Matter of fact, can you pass that around? Now, the situation I found myself in, I found a beautiful location. It has excellent parking. The salon it has chairs. It has shampoo bowls that are already installed. It's set up. It's ready for operation. However, the zoning class has changed. It used to be a C class. Now it is a B class, which in turns is going to cost me over maybe $1,500 to actually solve this problem. Not only that, I have to petition a particular community to see if they would want a salon in there or if they would have objection. The salon is a little small, but it is definitely a great starter. So I'm in a tough place, and I need you guys to help me to decide whether or not to get this salon. Now, first of all, is there any questions, or do I need to give you a little bit more information?
A little bit more information.
A little bit more information. What kind of information you need?
How much does it cost to repair?
Now, is that going to help me get this salon? The prices vary. There are prices, you can get a haircut as affordable as an end clip, $7, but a full haircut will cost you $15. Shape up is $10. Okay?
How much space do you think you need so far?
Well, you know, my ideal space, I wanted 3,000 square footage. However, financially, I am really not prepared for that type of space. You know, it would cost me more money. This particular space is probably about 1,200 square footage, but the rent is very, very reasonable. Like I said, it is a perfect opportunity for me to get back into the field since I'm in a transitional state, but it is a lot of hard work, a lot of work I'm going to have to put in.
The additional revenue of having the great location will pay for the additional costs?
It's questionable. It's questionable. I think in business it's always a risk, but I think as an entrepreneur we're risk takers. So you know we're always ready for the challenge. You know we're ready for the challenge. The greatest thing, I guess, my challenge is do I want to spend another? Because they said in order for this zoning to take place, it's going to take about 5 to 6 months in order to pass it. So it has to go through a lot of loopholes, a lot of paperwork. If the owners were willing to pay or to eat the cost, I wouldn't mind doing the legwork. So I don't know. Are y'all able to get into this beauty and go?
Have you looked into the possibility of attempting to get a zoning variance through the village?
Now explain that variance, because tell me that. I know what zoning is. What does that mean?
I know, like for residential, you can approach the village. Let's say, and I'm going to give you an example. It has nothing to do with business. If you want to put in a 6-foot fence versus a 4-foot fence, which is what the code is, you go in front of the board and you'll ask for a variance.
Well, in this case,
change
this one may be a little bit different because what they're trying to do is bring more businesses in, and so they have allotted a certain kind of money. The government has allotted the money is called TIF for a development. So they don't necessarily want the C class there. They want retail. However, the business will offer some retail. It will offer some retail. So now my question, and this is really a real question. Okay. I mean, how many feel that I should go for this zoning and go for this startup just to get my feet back into the door by a way of show of hands? Think I should go for it? Rent is very reasonable. Whoa. Not to find another location. Just totally find another location. So everybody think I should go for it?
Well, you should compare.
Have you looked into other locations?
I have.
And what have you found out?
The rent is more. Location is challenging because I'm in the metropolitan area, and so parking is always, congestion is always challenging. However, I just believe money is the big issue. You see, if you can pay for it, then you can have what you want. In this case, I'm in this, starter place. So, don't have a lot of money. So, but I think, class, you've been really good. Go ahead, Carolyn.
Do you think you should just rent a booth?
Well, I already rent a booth. So I'm renting a booth now. I'm in transitional now. She lost the thought.
Is it a one-time cost?
It is. And it's non-refundable, though.
So they could turn around and say no after you...
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's totally non-refundable. However, I met with the alderman, and she seems to be a sensible person, and she said she would speak on my behalf. I met with the board, or the person who was actually in charge of zoning. So basically, he says all I need is 75 to 100 names, and they will be willing to kind of work with me. So I do believe I have the odds for me to go towards this. It's just the fact, do I want to wait 5-6 months? Which probably would be perfect for me because I make more money, have more money. Let's be realistic. We can have great faith, but you need some money to go with this faith, okay? So, but class, you have been wonderful. You guys have really helped me out tremendously, and thank you so much for your time. Okay, y'all help me out.
Great stage presence.